Hey everybody, welcome to my booth. I'm Jay. Today is an unstructured video, but I just wanted to talk about these headphones that I've been using for a while, the Neumann NDH 20 closed back headphones. Why did I want to talk about them? Well, they're pretty expensive, and so I think a lot of folks, if they're curious about them, probably, at least in my world, wouldn't have the opportunity to try them out or get context. A lot of people are priced out of them, myself included. I got these at a hefty discount just by shopping around, and they came up and I said, you know what, I'll give them a shot. If I like them, I'll keep them. If not, I'll kick them to the curb, because I always used, and still do sometimes, my Beyerdynamic 990 Pros when I need to do mixing and stuff, and the 770 Pros for everything else. Loved them, still use them when I'm feeling cheeky or want to mix things up and I just want to feel comfortable like I'm home again. But the NDH 20s are still here, so that gives you an indication of how they ended up working out for me. Let me put these back. So why did these end up sticking around? Well, firstly, if you know me, you know that headphones, number one is they gotta be comfortable. They gotta feel good on my head. I'm wearing them like my whole work life. So if they're in contact with my brain and head for 6 to 8 hours a day, if they're not comfortable, they're gone. And to be honest, this is not hyperbole. After about 2 weeks of a break-in period, which may be these things getting used to the size of my head, exactly how much pressure needed to be there, what exactly the settings needed to be, or it might be my body just getting used to not wearing the Beyerdynamics for a change. These got to be so comfortable that there are times that I forget I'm wearing headphones. That's not hyperbole. I truly sometimes forget I'm wearing headphones. Beyond that, they are not that hot. A lot of headphones that I've used in the past, I'll end up with like sweaty ears at the end of a session. Now, don't get me wrong, these will still end up a little bit, sweaty at times, especially in, a hot VO booth. But nowhere near other headphones that I've used, and I don't know what the engineering is behind it, if it's the specific type of foam they've used, but it's awesome. It's awesome to not have that like sweaty, damp feeling all the time sometimes. Granted, these haven't gone through a New York summer with me yet, so I'll report back on that front and let you know how they pan out there. But beyond physical comfort, one last thing. I wear glasses, which for a lot of headphones, they can put pressure on the arms of your headphones, which then puts pressure on, or the arms of your glasses, which then, digs into your temple. Not the case with these, not the case with the Beyerdynamics. It's important for me. If you're thinking about it, there you go. Beyond physical comfort, the monitoring experience on these is stellar. Firstly, live monitoring as I'm recording. It's the same thing. Sometimes I forget I'm wearing them. Sometimes it feels like I'm not monitoring myself in my recordings. The sound reproduction is super transparent, super reliable. It really doesn't feel like it's boosting or changing. Well, it's not. My voice is my voice. It's not changed in my ears, which for a voiceover performer, audiobook narrator is really valuable for my money, because sometimes we struggle with like, ooh, I'm hearing myself, and then you get in your head about how you sound or how you should sound. With these, I just feel like I'm hearing myself in space, which is really great. And that's maybe not exactly an accurate representation of how it actually is to wear them, but that's the best I can do at the moment. Additionally, they are really solid at isolation. So, the monitoring experience, if I hear a shirt, clothing rustle, if my chair squeaks, if, any sort of noise that I would want to do a retake or make sure I edit something out, the isolation on these makes it really easy to tell what my microphone's hearing, which makes the monitoring experience easier in terms of filtering out sounds and noise disturbances. Other like technical stuff that's really great about these. I didn't know that I was gonna be such a big fan of long Cables. This thing is so long, and I love it. Who knew? There's 2 cables it comes with. One of them's coiled, the other's not. You can swap them out. They're interchangeable, which is really great if you wear one down the road. But I love it. The biodynamics are still pretty long, but, I dig these too. Additionally, if you wanted to travel with these, they flip and fold up. Frankly, I have other headphones. I have an older pair of Audio-Technica headphones that cost like $120. So I usually travel with those because I'm comfortable just tossing them in my backpack and going. These, I'd be a little bit more like, treating them like a Fabergé egg or something like that. So for the ease of life, I go with the cheaper ones for travel. What else can I say about them? I don't know. I like them. Are they worth the money? However, that's probably the big question. I think if you're the kind of person who wants to try them out, you really couldn't go wrong with them. To be perfectly honest, they don't have many flaws, save for the price tag, which may be a fair amount of the Neumann, brand tax, as it were. But I mean, if you want them, I don't think that many people will be disappointed with these things. The last thing that I'll say is in relation to, say, the biodynamics, which are lauded as fantastic monitoring and sound replication headphones. The biodynamics still hold up. I want to be clear. I love the biodynamic headphones. But these, I was able to hunt out in my space really specific sound frequencies in my recordings. Could have been that my ears are just more trained now and I went back to square one after I had a reason to sort of recalibrate. Totally possible that that's the thing, but in my signal chain, in my post-processing, I was able to really hunt out specific resonances that are a result of my space and clean stuff up pretty darn heartily with these guys. Again, could be anything, but they happened when I got these, so what are you gonna do? Anyway, I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions about these, if you have any thoughts about these, let me know. What are your favorite headphones? And until the next one, I'll see you then. Be well, everybody. Toodles.